Hello everyone and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie and I will be your guide for today. Today I'm going to do a little bit of tarot and oracle reading and channeling as well. And we are going to focus on what has been calling you. Hey Annie in the chat bar already. Good to see you there. So I haven't got my new cards yet, but I'm going to use the ones that I already have. If nobody doesn't know me, if somebody doesn't know me, I am a channeler, a seer. I saw many things when I was growing up. I have an ability to be able to navigate through negative energies, shifting them into the light. I've had contact with many beings. My first contact that I remember was when I was 11, but my first vision that I remember was at the age of 3. And yeah, so I've gone through a lot, and now I am just happy to be a messenger for others to navigate through these times, because I believe we are returning home, and that's what I was shown. So I like to dabble in the tarot and the oracle because it's fun, and I love the imagery, and it usually matches what I get anyway intuitively. Hey, Tanyan, good to see you. Okay, let's get into this. Oh, before I start, there was a trailer before this, and if anyone hasn't seen the trailer, I have put it up on my YouTube, and it is for the new Stepping Through portal into Pleiades that I've put together. It's beautiful. I can't wait to show you guys. It isn't published yet, it's just the trailer, but that's coming. So it's because my soul comes straight from Pleiades. So I have these memories, even when I was younger and I didn't know anything about what I was remembering. I have memories of being on Pleiades. And then when I was in my 30s, an elder called Parisha was asked by her elders to go find specific souls straight from Pleiades. She pulled me out of a crowd in Byron Bay. And then the following year pulled me out of another crowd that I went to see her again in Byron Bay, and then said that she'd be working with me, and she did. She's talked to me telepathically, holding my hand, and shown me many magical things that humanity's potential can rise to. And then I started to use my visions and gifts on what is humanity's potential. There's a long story. There's so many stories. Hi, Sky. Good to see you in the chat bar. Just chatting to her. Okay, here we go. Excuse me, frog in my throat again this morning. Now, what is calling you? Now, first up, I want to be very honest about this. What is calling you is actually what your soul is already calling something into your reality. But we have been programmed to believe that everything is outside of us. And so we are searching for something and signs and everything outside of us to tell us what we're being called to do, missions, the next step, anything like that. But the soul is already directing us. It's just that we haven't been following its advice. We've been too busy searching for its advice, which is a feeling-based advice outside of us, which is then started to show up as 1111, 2222, all of those sort of synchronistic numbers. But really, it's actually your soul, you, who you are, yourself, navigating through this reality with blinkers on. And so we're going to take the blinkers off for a moment. And we're going to say, I've titled it, What's Calling You? But it's actually the other way around. But we titled it that way. Well, my team, I'm saying my team and I titled it that way because it makes more sense to those that are looking outside themselves for confirmation. Okay, let's go. Let's get into this. Okay, we've got one that wanted to kind of progress. Progress is one of the first. Charge forward, be willing to make mistakes. So yeah, that's what it says on the other side. So progress. You know, when you are charging forward, this is literally a unicorn. I didn't realize that before. They're saying, see how magical that horse is? I'm like, oh yeah, it's a unicorn. as we're charging ahead, as we're being motivated to move forward through this next and navigate through whatever's coming, whatever we're moving ourselves towards, or what's calling us towards it, is asking us to be willing to make mistakes. Just be willing to make mistakes. Don't try to look perfect to the outside world. It's nothing to do with the outside world. In the end, it's actually just to do with how you feel about you. And if you know there's many times in your life as you charge forward or navigate these new energies that you are going to be seen by others that are around you as making a mistake. But you know deep down your soul is calling you on that path. And so you need to move that way, even if parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, whatever, friends are feeling, because they're only coming from their limited consciousness, that you are making a mistake. So they're asking, what's calling you is something beyond the mistakes, something beyond what humanity in its infinite consciousness, which is holding a pattern of limitations, is calling a mistake. So it's something going beyond what's seen as a mistake. Very interesting. Now this one just flipped in its side and came back into the deck. So funny that it came back into the deck, and it's called Connections, right? Being that it wanted to join the rest of the deck, right? So what's calling you is new connections. Connect with someone special, a loved one, as a gift and to treasure. But I'm really feeling this is connections with others now is starting to take place that are aligned with your soul, and the so-called mistakes that you are driving yourself towards or through, because they're also making those same mistakes as you, the so-called ones, the so-called imperfections, the whatever you want to call it, the crazinesses. But it's moving us forward towards this connection of re-establishing a stability or a stable link between many that are in your alignment of your soul's mission or your soul's next understanding of where it wants to go next. The creation that it wants to fulfill while on Earth, on planet Earth, in this reality, in this moment of time. Definitely powerful beings coming through at the moment to help navigate through these cards. And beautiful clarity as well. You'll be shown the way through, and sometimes it is through a boundary. So things might come up that seemingly feel like something in the past that's dragged back into your reality again. Anger, controlism, jealousy, but it's actually showing you the border, strong border of now I'm sensitive enough to really feel that vibration before it even comes near me or before it comes too close to me. It's just maybe come up in as a couple of words through what someone said, and you just feel it, and you're like, oh, you're at the moment in a jealousy vibe. Okay, I need to step away from your energy, because you need to go on your own journey. I am not wanting to move towards that, or controlling vibe or anger vibe or whatever it is. My energy is now knowing where it's going. So what's calling you is the ability to listen to that sensitivity that you are finding within yourself. And don't see it as oh my God, they're coming back again. Holy crap, I have to go through all this again. No, you don't have to go through all this again. Use it as the boundary and move past. Block them if you have to on your Facebook or whatever it is, or stop talking, or give them space and let them doubt, because people sometimes are going through their own trauma, and they will drag in their own mind concept of what things are about, and then when they pull you in, it's up to you whether you get pulled in or not, so that you make the decision this time, where before in the past you were probably pulled in, and then you had to navigate through all of that trauma because you were pulled in through your victimization of yourself. And so now we're being asked to stand up abruptly through the sensitivity of ourselves, use this sensitivity as a boundary moving forward. So what's calling you is the ability to navigate through your own sensitivity. Okay, what else is coming through for what's calling you? This was becoming quite, I was thinking, how's this going to navigate? But wow, it's actually a lot more powerful than what I thought. So this is also how we have to do it. We have to don't be afraid to step forward and move through your soul's advice or the feeling-based advice, even if your logical mind's going, where are we going? What's happening? That sort of thing. Okay, we have tenderness coming out with, see, this is where I find that sensitivity. Speak gently to yourself, cherish the child within. But I'm also seeing this as the sensitivity that we are navigating through and recognizing it as an asset, a gift, something that we can use so that we don't get entangled with the worst things. And then playfulness. But even though you are going through something that is tender, oh, there's a card behind this. This is really interesting. This one, passion. But the weird thing is, on the back of passion says, resurrect a childhood dream. Your passion takes flight. And that is stuck with play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers. This is all to do with, look, and there's a child. This is all to do, what's calling you, your innocence of your child when you were a child. There was a sensitivity that you had that was pushed down, blocked, stopped, because it was almost like an overbearing masculine energy coming in and saying, you can't be like that. You'll get taken out by the rest of the world if you are too sensitive, if you cry too much, if you are feeling into things that you shouldn't so-called feel into. All of that is now they want us to move what's calling you as your child, your inner child that you repressed as a young child. Because of that, navigating through a world that was teaching you the opposite of the gifts that you had as a soul. Because as a child, you are closer to yourself as a soul. And so you have these abilities that are very sensitive to navigate through. And so they're saying what's calling you is your inner child wanting to come up and become part of your existence now, showing you the direction of where to meet your soul as a integration of unlimited expansiveness, and that sensitivity is that, and so we're being called to bring it back and be strong enough and powerful enough within ourselves and supportive enough of ourselves to not go searching for the support outside of ourselves, to give it to ourselves, to work with that childhood essence that is showing us a path to link with our soul again, to link with our soul. And like I said at the beginning, the soul is calling you. The soul is calling you to follow it at this moment in time. And so all of this needs to be brought up as a different, like turn it around, see it from a different perspective. Don't see it for the self-loathing, pity, victimization that you were pulled into, as your logical mind was pulled into, and telling yourself off over and over again for being too sensitive, for crying too much, for seeing things that others didn't see. I definitely have that. For having experiences beyond the norm. And I just put up a post about having experiences beyond the norm and not theoretical to the person having the experience. And that's so valuable because logic wants to put it in a theoretic kind of a placement because it doesn't understand it. And yet that experience that goes beyond ETs, ghosts, feelings that you don't know why, but you just don't like that person, premonitions, astral traveling, telepathy, all of that sort of stuff that you have within you is now being called forward. And so it's not theoretical when it happens to you, because you know you had the experience that changed your perception, your life, your choices. And so that is enough to know that it's not theoretical, because it's coming from you and it shifted you. And if it shifted you, there's no theory there, right? It is something that was an experience that was definitely going to change your reality. And when it changes your inner reality, it changes everything outside of you. Now, you can repress that, and then you can repress that, but they're saying what's calling you at the moment is asking you to unrepress it. Unrepress this childhood beauty that you had when you were young, that was trying to navigate a world that was repressing the feminine aspects of yourself, the integration of the soul, and the understanding that we are all moving in this world as light, as energy, as well as the physical. Okay, what else comes up? Hey Shri, hey Kelly, good to see you, Celtic. I think I said hello to Paula. Okay, let's see what else comes in. It's really sticking to these cards at the moment. Allow yourself to be, that's so funny. Allow yourself to be lazy. It's okay to do nothing, right? Relaxation. But you know what I actually saw when I first saw that? I thought it said crazy. See, the owl looks like a C. Allow yourself. So I think there's two messages in this card. There is an allow yourself to relax and enjoy your life and be seen as someone who's doing nothing sometimes, because literally when you are in that energy field, you are in the receiving energy field. And so this is where the messages come through, where you connect with your soul more as well. And that calling can come, like she's literally on a boat floating down a river, lying there, right? And she'd be seen as crazy if someone said, you have to navigate your life to be able to shine and to be able to ground a business and have everything that you ever wanted in your reality. You better take hold of those oars and you better start navigating that boat to where you want to go logically, right? But no, she's lying there lazy, just enjoying herself and feeling into the vibrational meat of where she wants to go, and allowing the transformation, the little butterfly here, to take her to where she wants to go, trusting that. No longer being that seeks something so much as one that magnetizes something. And when you magnetize something and you're in that energy, you can also repel and say what you actually want, because when you magnetize, you don't want to magnetize absolutely everything. You want to be able to have enough control of yourself to switch the magnet off and go, yeah, nah, you're not for me. But magnetizing the right energy towards you, the right energy. They're showing me moving down that river through the light and navigating around all the souls that are trying to get at you. They're showing me now the matrix. The matrix comes up a lot with my readings and my team. I think that they helped create the movie. Sometimes these writers that write things are actually navigated by those that are unseen, and they don't realize where these ideas come from. But in any case, that's another another talk, right? So I'm seeing navigating through the light. Yeah, and then finding a way. They keep showing me a waterfall though, and it's like you're crazy to be able to go down that waterfall, but it's literally a dropping off or a falling off of everything about you that is stopping you, preventing you to connect to your soul's baseline of who you are as an authentic being. And so we need to almost do the drop, experience the fall, to be able to submerge in the water of the underbelly. They're showing me a baby or embryo or a baby in the belly of a beautiful woman, and to be able to immerse in that water again and be rebirthed in another environment. What's calling you is another environment. What's calling you is another level of consciousness that's navigating through that. Okay, so they're showing me at the end of that waterfall at the bottom where you submerge and then you come up. As you're coming up, they're showing me creatures that were seen as monsters, no longer monsters anymore. You're seeing through the eyes of the value of love, and you also see there the monsters that they were was only coming from their wounds. So they're no longer monsters to you, but you know where you're going. You're going straight up so that you can take this new breath into this whole new world. But you know how you're swimming and you're worried about what's underneath, and the person would have already seen these so-called monsters, the fish, wounded people that are wanting to attack you. And because they haven't found the light within themselves, but they're in the distance. And when you are in your full essence of yourself, rebirthed, that light blinds them. They can't come near because the light that you're emanating becomes you, and you are that. So the love that you're feeling, they don't see you anymore, or it blocks them from you. And so now you can move through the water, like in a lake or something, and see the beauty for what it is everywhere. And they're now showing me you creating something new. And whatever your thoughts are as clarity of that love is becoming made manifested very quickly outside of you. So what's calling you is a quicker consciousness that is manifesting quicker outside of you through the love of yourself, taking the deep dive into being rebirthed again. Wow, that's so huge. This is lots of big messages coming here. Sometimes it's funny, the cards, delving into the cards, like I channel beautiful messages. And I've had this resistance to the tarot. Funnily enough, I know you guys wouldn't have noticed this, but I've had a resistance to, I don't want to be seen as a tarot reader. I want to be seen as a channeler. But I just cannot pull myself away from the tarot because it feels so much fun to do it. And when I'm in that fun, I end up getting these beautiful, profound messages. So maybe there's something there for you, and something that you've been resisting, that you don't see the true value in it. You're not seeing the true value in it. And now I'm starting to see the true value in it. Doesn't matter what everyone else is thinking and the outside world thinks about me and the tarots and all that sort of stuff. It's more to do with you taking your power back of what feels good for you in this moment, and that's more important. Listen to your wise self. Yeah, listen to your wise self. Let your inner compassion direct the course of your life. And it says listening. See, we can't listen unless we're feeling relaxed, right? Both of them look like they've got their eyes closed and they're just she's melting into this mirror. She's melting into her outside world as her soul as well. And one of the biggest powerful messages that I've been receiving for myself lately is, as I walk this world, the world is also my soul. The world is also me. I am source energy as one. So the world is as much as I am for myself, so too the world will be for me. And that was a really big, powerful message that I've been receiving recently as well. So what's calling you is definitely your soul, taking you on a mission, sending you home, taking you home. Well, where's home? Home feels great. Home feels stable. And it's a grounded home on this earth. It's not somewhere I'm going to be taken off in a spaceship up there. Well, yeah, you could, but like still, ground is wherever you are in your physical body in this moment, feeling strong, feeling stable, feeling secure, feeling at peace, feeling passions and love and all those sort of fun things that you do when you step into your home after a big day out there in the world, and you're like, oh, now I can relax. Now I can have this and I can have that and I can do what I want to do and all that sort of thing. Home is a feeling, and it's a feeling that you've been driven towards. Okay, I want to get another pack. What pack do we get? Osho. You're loving this, Annie? Hey, Callie, good to see you. Okay. What is calling you? Playfulness. Playfulness is absolute at the moment. I know Mother Earth is constantly telling me dance, have fun, enjoy. This is going to give you put you in a lighter energy so that you can actually get these messages coming through and the connection to your soul. The soul wants you to play. The soul wants love for you. The soul wants you to have fun in this physical body. And if we want to go down deep down the rabbit hole, the logical mind, the physical world, everything is soul. Everything is the soul. It is your consciousness from this point of view, with an expansive of everything becoming as one. And that's physical, etherical, everything is one. That is what the soul is. There's no difference between the physical and the soul, but we have compartmentalized it because there's the split between, and source energy is itself, which is just a huge, magnificent prime creator split into trillions of different souls to experience itself. And so the first split was that split of the masculine, feminine polarity game that we have fallen into, and with that split we end up with the compartmentalized logical mind directing, okay, my soul is up there, outside of me, within me. It's not my physical self, but it is everything. And when we start to, the logical mind starts to click into this, it's coming together as one ball of light again, which brings you in essence towards home, prime creator, as the creation of your creation. From your point of view, you are creating everything. And yes, so that's what's calling you as well, is a returning home. But we can't reach that unless we're having fun, because if you're all serious, right, you already put up a block towards something that wants to play. Okay, where else are we going? Comparison. This is another, we compare ourselves to this and that and all that sort of stuff. And so we're not seeing the genuine, authentic self for the journey that you are taking. You are a part of a tapestry that is bigger than so much more, but it is also everything that you are within you. It's so interesting when you delve down that rabbit hole and you start to connect yourself to all as one. It's one of those things. So really, I suppose the message is coming here is what's calling you at the moment is oneness. Oneness is calling you. You returning back to source energy within yourself, but you're still in this body. You're still where you are. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to become anything fabulous or anything. You just become the awareness of oneself creating at that point through love, because source energy is just love going on a journey. So when you meet it, you have to meet it at that experience of love. So oneness is calling us back. Literally, they keep going, threading yourself through the eye of the needle. Funny, they're saying that a lot to me recently whenever I do readings. And the eye, they're showing me the eye within the consciousness of humanity, looking at itself, observing itself in the mirror and seeing itself as the mirror as well as the eye within itself. I am both. So whatever I do is always going to come back. Universe only doesn't have any judgment. The universe doesn't know any judgment, won't judge you. It also won't protect you. It will just mirror you. So you are, and it is you. This is why we have mirrors in our reality, because there has to be something in alignment with the physical mirroring us. But for some reason now they're showing me, but remember, when you look at yourself, you are in the opposite polarity of yourself looking back at yourself. If somebody else sees you, they see you as the opposite polarity of themselves, because the left becomes the right and the right becomes the left, or something like that. Okay. Yeah, so like I'm literally learning as we're going along here. Creation. Yeah, we are returning back to source energy right here. Funnily enough, this card is one of the only cards that is folded. And what happened was, my beautiful daughter, when she was a little girl, and she's very wise, she actually folded this right at that precise point of creation. We're folding, what's calling us is folding our reality into back to the source of all. What's calling us is this is going beyond this reading, but I love it. I just love it. So, okay, how is it doing this? Let's ask a different question. How is it doing this? Letting go. Here we go. Going with the flow. You've got to be kidding me. This is a different deck, right? Didn't we just have that? We just had that. Sorry, I'm going to find them again, because I actually I think I took it back, and we had letting go, going with the flow. No, can't find the other one, but we had letting go as well in the other deck. So it's exactly the same things. We have to learn to let go, to jump off that proverbial cliff into, or maybe it was just a message, into the nurturing self. They're showing me the body of water as the nurturing self, and this person is literally in that body of water. And in that space, nurture oneself so that when you rise, you will shine like a diamond. Now they're bringing me to when the daughter that made a cross out of this. She did a little video when she was only 3. She says 4, but it doesn't matter. And she said, there's a diamond over here, and we are over here, and the diamond's in here and here, or something, the heart and in the third eye, and that's how you do it. and she knew what she was talking about. And that's just how you do it. So they're bringing me to that, and they're showing me, so how do we do this? We navigate through the pressure of our life to find that which was missing, that was an equal balance to love of self and love of everything. So that which you will push away at the moment, when you have absolutely no fear of it, you know that you can navigate through it through the strength of your own love of self. When they come towards you as those monsters in the background, instead of blocking and pushing them away, you can invite them in, because you will shift and transform them in a big way. Okay, so they're showing me when I was decades ago, I was attacked because I saw etheric beings. was attacked by an etheric being who wanted to pull me under. And in the end, one of the things, and she was with me since childhood. And she was something that I was born into. It was a family repression or something. And in the end, in these dreams, when I was trying to get rid of her, I was trying to, in the dreams, electrocute anything that I could. I tried angels coming down. I tried everything outside of me, right? The only way that I could change this was to put my hand out in the dream and be brave enough to say, come with me, and really mean it, and really, really mean it. Come with me. She decided not to, but she was no longer my fear anymore. She had no control over me whatsoever. And so even when you have these things coming towards you as you're navigating through your path and your journey, you'll have these so-called people that are stuck in their and attacking or pretending to be friends and they're jealous or trying to control you or whatever it is. It doesn't make any difference. Up till now, they're saying, we've asked you to block them. But now is the time to see or take back the power of yourself as a transformative being, to be able to hold your hand out to them and say, come with me on my level. On my level, I call you out. Come with me on my level. I am this and I will not change for you or nobody. I am this. This is who I am. You are teaching yourself to support yourself 1,000,000,000%. Godzillion%. There is nothing past it. And so there is no cracks for them to try to seep in with their behavior of making you feel as small as they already feel. Holy crap, there's so much more. Yeah, it's something that I am learning as well. So it's one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself, because I've literally just blocked somebody that was giving me jealousy tendencies, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing jealousy. And now I'm being asked to look at this differently, or gain back enough strength to know that I am in line with source energy. It is enough. I am the creator. So yeah, we're all going through these things. Okay, anything else that's coming out for us? I know that we have been called home, so we've got that. How to navigate this even more, like there's got to be more, like, okay. Intensity. So this is the first card that came out right at the very beginning. Remember, progress. I would say that is exactly the same. One is interesting though. They'll come up. One's going that way. One's going that way. But they are the same. This card literally represents, I know where I'm going. I know who I am. And I create ripples because I am changing reality. And so reality is going to be rippling out from me. And people that feel those ripples are going to feel the bumps. They're going to feel the, I don't want to look at that part of myself that this person is putting in front of me. But then it was with source energy, right? In the reverse. So we have to look at this in a different perspective. They're showing me the outside physical world seen through the eyes as source energy as well will start to help you navigate through this. We are only seeing source, prime creator, from within us. And now we have to navigate it as if it is outside of us, coming back at us is exactly the same. That was what we got before, remember? But it's going to bring us into harmony in the end, because the intensity, the ripples that you're creating, moving towards the source of yourself as love itself, is enough for you to feel this harmony within you, and you are no longer tainted by anything outside of you. Home is where the heart is. It says slowing down, but I'm really seeing this turtle as someone who's walking with the... Okay, now they're showing me Mother Earth, and a beautiful soul within Mother Earth has become the creator of so much more that Earth could encapsulate all of these different life forms. So too can you become the planet or the sustainable physical vessel for many life forms to be reflected back at you in a harmony or balance of oneself. We become the master. We literally, they're showing me that bull that's so-called above him is all of it. He is the bull and the bull is him. Nawati, they're bringing me to Nawati medicine, which I was taught by the Cherokee elder. Tuning in at the bottom of the deck, and look at all the voices around her, but she's got a beautiful relaxed smile on her face. She's like, yeah, they're there. I get it, they're there. But instead of them being there and taking her away, they're now showing, sorry, I keep showing me things like story where I was like in a flat and the alarm was going off, like the fire alarm. You know how loud they are. They're really loud, right? And there was 2 of them in this house. One was outside our bedroom, and I, for the life of me, could not shut this thing off. The only way I could do it is probably rip it out of the actual wall, and it was a rented place, so he didn't want to rip it out. So I just had to keep it going. I didn't have a man that was physically strong enough around me to like turn the thing off, and so I couldn't do anything about it. Me and my children. This is what I said to my girls. It'll run out of battery soon. Just go to sleep. It'll run out of battery soon. I wanted to install in their minds a feeling of it not being like these people being annoying, that it was going to run out anyway. And eventually children can sleep through anything anyways. And they were age about, I think they were like 7 and 9 at the time. And then, and I just imagined it being like a very loud cicada or cricket or something, and just went, oh, okay, and melted into it. See, you have to accept the things to be able to navigate your way through. And I fell asleep and woke up in the morning just the same as normal. So we can do this. But when you try to control those that are outside of you, you have to get yourself out of that meditative, beautiful space within yourself. You have to turn around. You have to see them and face them. And you have to like go, stop it. Well, you're already in their energy by doing that. You've pulled yourself out of the beautiful space. You've allowed their energy to repress yours, to navigate or control yours. And so be aware of that as we are moving through this next phase of home calling us back. Be aware of that. Okay. Nice, 777. I just pulled some cards. Fulfillment of wishes, light and shadow fell out, then balance. So relevant. Love it. Love it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Pull some cards out while I'm pulling some cards out. How much fun is that? And put it in the chat bar. It's, you know, have a collective reading here together. I think that'd be fun. Okay, I'll just pull a couple more out for this general reading, then we'll do a couple of free readings for everybody. Balance, see balance. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this, 777 J friend for 777. How funny is that? The next card that came out. You can't. Oh my God, that's so funny. I grabbed a whole other deck too. So the unbalance falls out. I think they really want to confirm to you that this is where we're going. See, he's like, oh my God, am I going to fall? As soon as he starts, and I'm pretty sure most of us know this, when you're really trying to balance, you have to stay calm and know that you are balanced. As soon as you go, I'm going to fall, you become unbalanced. So be aware of that, and letting go of urgencies. Like urgencies is something that's pulling you into something that's really not feeling good about it anymore. It's like, oh my God, I have to. And like it's pulling you. If it's pulling you, let it go. Surrender, freedom, and time constraints. I knew it. Sorry, I'm a bit dyslexic still. So I'm trying to get myself out of saying that I'm dyslexic because I don't want to be dyslexic for the rest of my life. Pull myself out of that one. I want to do a split here. We have achievements. Ta-da-da-da. Completion and rewards. So rewards are coming when you start to navigate through this. Definitely. Okay. I'm going to open up for free chat bar readings if anybody wants one. If you're going to leave me here, thank you very much for being part of this reading and part of the energy. If you're going to stay, then some of these messages might be for you. If you feel obliged to stay, it could be for you as well. If anyone wants a reading, just say yes. At least I have to get I have to get you to acknowledge, otherwise it just doesn't feel right to me. Okay, so we have Sky. Oh my God, we've got too many coming out. I'm not doing all of those. Too many. Sky. Also, I am an intuitive reader and counselor. If you would like to have a one-on-one reading with me, the link is down below. I keep forgetting to say that. Also, please subscribe and like, blah, 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 blah. You know, all of that sort of stuff. And share away if you feel relevant to share. Two of Cups. Sky. Union with somebody coming in, like a collective collaboration. Trust yourself. Collective collaboration. Trust yourself. Yeah, is what I'm feeling with that. We have the two cups, and they're showing me this arch that's going between them. There's also a circle here that's very faint. Don't know if you can see it. That's in the middle. That's combining. You are creating the flower of life with these next connections that you are coming into. You're creating the pattern of the flower of life, which means the stability of the collective that's coming towards you is going to be so beautiful, strong, supportive. Nobody else will be able to break it. Because when you form the flower of life with others, or the tree of life, which then forms into the flower of life with others, you have enough of those people coming together that are a unified field of existence. It is a strong threshold of collaboration coming. Yeah, I don't know what that feeling could give. Sometimes they give me a feeling and I don't have an English word for it, but it's like it's because the English only has a certain amount of words. Like love, there's just love, and love can be split into so many different fractions of awarenesses depending on who's speaking it. And there's this word here that they want me to, it's a beautiful word of that. The only way I can put it is intimacy without, it's not intimacy as what we would be perceived as in, doing the deed. It's more of a intimate collaboration, unified feel. It's a stronghold. There's something, and it's going to give you peace. It will bring peace into your life because you're like, it doesn't matter what else happens anymore. I've got my team. My team is here. My team will support me. My team will listen to me. And my team will pull me up and tell me when I have gone a little bit square. My team's not afraid to be the stronghold and just reflect back what's needed in that moment. I can ask questions, and I feel strong about all of this. So there's something coming up for you with that. Okay, I'll leave it there. Right, Annie and me. Annie. We have the Queen of Swords, Annie. We have the Queen of Swords. The truth must be spoken. The sword that you're pointing, the truth that you're pointing to, it's like, this is my path, even though other people might see it as, oh, she's been too negative, or she's been too this, or she's been too that. But you're like, no, the truth needs to be, something about the truth. Hang on, let me pull another card. I knew another card wanted to come out. It's going to give you, cutting through the truth of the family dynamics that is repressing something within your wanting to create a better position, a better stability. Okay, the bringing up when I was with my children, when they were little, and I was one that would cut straight to the truth from my heart, always from my heart. And they handled way more than what we've been taught outside of us that children can handle. And I think they're saying this because sometimes something needs to be said in the moment that cuts to the truth. It's always coming from your heart, though. We know that. Like, you know that, and that's enough. But it's going to rock the boat of those around you. But it also, because it will reflect, like they're showing me the sword being a reflective mirror at them. And then this is going to bring you the peace that you're actually being, could be to do with work. Sorry, there's some other things coming up here. Maybe both. Yeah, maybe someone's been deceiving and then they're hiding through spiritual cover or covenant, or, you know how some people are like, look, now you've got the Nine of Cups as well. You're definitely moving towards the right direction. And the Four of Wands, hello, you're going towards the right direction. This is definitely a beautiful story, but it's like something has to be cut through first. This person steals away things, trying to control things through their own lack of fear of who they are. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it there. I think get into it a bit too much sometimes. Annie, for a short reading, right? You're welcome, Sky. Okay, Celtic. Celtic, you have the Four of Wands, so you're definitely moving in a good direction. I like that. You've got the doves of peace above. It's like you're now going to see the rewards. Some sort of rewards are coming towards you that are feeling a lot better and a lot lighter. I think you found some lightness within yourself of, I no longer need to push everything. My relaxation is going to bring me in the rewards that I was looking for, my acceptance, and just allow. It's going to give me a lot more than what all that pushing was in the past. And so, yeah, I'm feeling that with you. Knight of Swords is coming in. Knight of Swords, somebody's coming towards you that's wanting to speak the truth. The Lover's card. Oh, it's in reverse. So, but I do feel that this might be someone coming towards you that has intention of love and wants to help you navigate more. That's beautiful. Look at that. We've got the Lovers, the Knight of Swords. And this person is an intellect. They think they're a thinker. Yeah, you're finally seeing all of those wands that you've been like using, as I now release them, put them down. I can see everything that I've created from that, because you want to bring in a new energy. Yeah, there's a new energy coming towards you. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, who else? J Flemeth 777. 2 cards just flew out. Then we have the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. It's funny because they've come in reverse, but I'm real hesitant to show them upright. I want to show them upright rather than in reverse. But I'll read it as upright and then feel into why that happened. He's holding something of value of yours, and something of value of yours, and this, you're looking out to, gosh, what is this? They're showing me these 2 people, like this king is holding this here, and it's something of value, Goddess Pentacles, right? And then this 3, this person is holding this wand here, protecting or navigating. Something of value is coming towards you, and I think it's a gift that you have been word protecting keeps coming up in my head. So you've been protecting it and looking for it at the same time. You've been overprotecting it, and then you're trying to look for it. It's kind of like, I put up all the bricks so that nobody else can get to my beautiful gift, but you also bricked up yourself from it. And so now we have to they're asking you to look further into this. Look into this, because behind what you thought was protection is the gift that you've been seeking for. Seeing it as a gift of power within yourself to be able to navigate your life. And that's why it was the 3 of Wands, someone who is looking out into the distance, wanting to navigate their life or move down the right path. When all roads lead to Rome, the dragonfly is coming up in my head. Dragonfly gave me a message of any which way. Go any which way, just come from your heart, and you will move towards the right direction. But there is something in that pathway that you're going to go towards, that you'll find a blockage within you that you're going to have to navigate through, because you're the one that put the block up. And so you'll have to then go inwards to unblock this, to be able to realize it's now safe enough. You're now protecting yourself enough, as in, I am supported, I am protected enough to be able to hold this beautiful gift and use it. Crikey, I feel like that went full circle into it and through a whole journey there. Okay, I'll leave it there. Callie K. Too many. Just one, please. 1 or 2 cards for Callie K. Callie, I'll always tell you if too many come, because sometimes it's too many because there's a lot that wants to be discussed, and that's why I feel like too many come up. But then I ask for 1 because it's just a small reading. We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse, moving along. I think you're feeling a bit vulnerable. There's something in your heart that feels vulnerable to move forward, but they're asking you to do it anyway. Like, move forward anyway. It's like, oh, if I move forward in that, I might get hurt again. I feel this kind of like small child within you. A feeling into a small child, like a wound here from when you were a kid. And but they're asking you to move through it, because it's only when you move through it that you face it, that you can see it for the gift that it was when you were little that was repressed by others outside of you, that you listen to more than what you listen to your own gift within yourself. Something very gentle, something very soft, something very loving, a loving heart, maybe moving towards loving, more loving of yourself, listening to yourself and self-talk, more loving, asking you to do that as you go forward, move forward. And the Hierophant, like you have been navigating your mind through contracts of, I can't think this is too much for me, I'm not there's something about you are repressing the power of, or the beauty or the love or the something of yourself within your mind, and you've made a contract within your mind of don't think of yourself as ego, or don't think of yourself as too much, don't think of yourself as too much love. And that's actually stopping you from being this gentler, more caring. You're repressing it. So yeah, anyway, there's something there. I'll leave it at that. Okay, guys. Yeah, until next time, please look out for my new video. My new video is stepping through the portal into Pleiades #2. It is absolutely freaking beautiful. I gave Sky a very quick look yesterday and she was like, oh my God. So what I might do is give it to my Amical students first, and then in a couple of weeks then put it out for the YouTubers, because the Amical students have paid very small amounts, monthly fee for telepathic lessons and all sorts of other lessons and stuff. With so many lessons on that Amical Patreon. And I think that's fair enough. They should get the first view of this friggin' amazing, magnificent journey into Pleiades with a message with it for you guys straight from them, but it's actually taking you onto their planet and giving you the feeling of their planet and opening up neuron paths to remember things that humanity forgot that are cherished, of the feminine power. And yeah, I'm really excited to be able to give that to you guys as well. So until next time, bye.